There's a new reason to stay in town, and that's if I've committed a sex offence.
It's mad. It's rewarding criminality because all of a sudden someone can say, well, if I get deported to my home country, you know how they treat sex offenders there? Yeah, like we should treat them, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not a laughing matter, but the point is Priti Patel and Suella Braverman, two former Home Secretaries, joined forces yesterday. Suella wrote a very powerful piece in The Telegraph revealing that when she was Home Secretary, she became aware that churches, just like they did with Azidi, they backed his final third application for asylum, even though he had committed sex offences while he was here. The church backed him up, vouched for him, he got asylum. Now, Suella Braverman subsequently has revealed that when she was Home Secretary, she became, this is a quote, she became aware of churches around the country facilitating industrial-scale bogus asylum claims. And guess what, Alex? What do we learn today? That 40 of the migrants on the famous barge, the Bibby Stockholm, are in the process of converting to Christianity, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. They've gone to some sucker in a cassock and some naive priest who's gone, oh, well, I can see the sincerity in your eyes. They're lying. Well, they're lying.
In fact, they're even going down tattoo shops to get the crucifix tattooed on them. You know, look, when this is lifelong, this is, look, I've got a tattoo. There is a thing called taqiyya in Islam, which means deliberately hiding one's religion for one's gain. And I think that a bit of taqiyya might be being exercised here. But what I want to know, because you've had Robert Jenrick as well queuing up to bemoan the fact that all these asylum seekers who have committed sex crimes are running around.
He called it a farce, and he's right.
Yeah, but hold on. These people were the Home Secretary. So Suella Braverman said, well, I was Home Secretary. I found out this was going on. Priti Patel's like, I found out that. Why didn't you do something about it? That is literally your job.
Yes.
It's all very well saying, I was Home Secretary and I could see all these dreadful things happening, and now I'm not Home Secretary. I'm going to tell you about them. Surely your role is to tell the next person, your successor, who tells the next person, get something done. If this has been a known thing for all of this time, for the duration of 3 Home Secretaries' tenure, which frankly is probably about 2 seconds with this idiotic government, then surely by now something could have been done about it.
Yeah, it goes like this.
It is the absolute inertia, the reckless inertia.
Yeah, so, you know, these Home Secretaries, Priti Patel, Suella Braverman, indeed the Prime Minister, they go, oh, this migrant crisis is spinning out. If only we could do something about it. Yeah, if only you had the kind of job where you could do something about it. I don't know. If you were Home Secretary. Oh, wait a minute. You were Home Secretary. Meanwhile, the Church of England, by the way, these churches, the Catholic Church, Church of England, Methodists, all of them, they've got to look into the mirror and say, are they doing the right thing here? Priti Patel accuses church leaders of being politically motivated, left-leaning. They want the migrants to come in. A Church of England spokesman, when confronted yesterday with the fact that they are sponsoring industrial quantities of migrants who say they want to convert to Christianity. A Church of England spokesman said yesterday, it is the role of the Home Office and not the church to vet asylum seekers and judge the merits of their individual cases. It's also your role to vet the people who come to you and say they want to convert to Christianity, because Azidi, having converted to Christianity and successfully managed to stay in this country, went round telling all his mates that he was a very good Muslim.
Yeah. Do you know what? I mean, I think that, look, most of these, you know, priests and vicars and reverends and canons and the lot of them are just do-gooders, frankly, and they will see it as a vocational duty to have anybody who comes to them and says, I want to study the Bible and become a Christian, to say yes, rather than, oh, are you sure about that? Do you want to prove it to us? What we need to do is change it so these do-gooders can't then say on an application form, they've now converted to Christianity, so they should stay. I'm sorry, you don't get to do that in retrospect while your application is being reviewed.
Stop doing it for everyone. Stop. Look at this guy.
And also, frankly, the Church of England probably just happy to have some people turning up for once.
Whoever was the priest, the naive idiot in a cassock who allowed Azidi to stay by vouching for him, think about it. I hope you're pleased with yourself right now, because of you, a woman has lost her face. Her children are injured. 8 people were injured, and we have a lunatic on the loose, and that's your fault, whoever you are, the stupid priest in Newcastle who sponsored this guy. Gotta stop. Gotta stop. Meanwhile, Gillian Keegan, the Education Secretary, who has a habit of putting her foot in her mouth. Remember all that stuff about the aero bar schools, as she said she was working hard and no one else was.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right. What a hero you are, Gillian. Thank you so much. Anyway, she went on telly yesterday and said the thing about Azidi, this guy on the loose, you know, the one who fired alkaline into the face of his somebody he knew. We know they're in a relationship. She said, it's not really, this case is not really about asylum.